Yo, what's up, y'all? This is Nice Red. Go ahead and hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't done so, leave your comments, your thoughts on this video. And today I got a reaction to Diddy Freak Off Party Explained by the Infographics show. So you already know what's going on with Diddy. I'm telling you, that man is cooked. Let's see what this one really means. Should be good. It's got to be good.
And none other than famous rap mogul Puff Daddy. It's going to be an extravagant gala and definitely going to skyrocket your social media following. But when you get there, it's just Diddy and a few of his close friends looking like plankton in his basement dungeon. And you're being told to take a bottle of lube to a private room to prepare yourself, all while Diddy licks his lips and looks at you.
What? Look at the damn. Look at his lip. His looks mad wild. Pause.
Whispering to himself, I was in one bedroom, dreaming of a million.
Oh my.
Now I'm in beach houses, cream to the ceiling. As
What?
you're about to find out, one of Puff Daddy's most famous lyrics could have been quite literal. 1,000 bottles of lube, enough to fill a very large aquarium. This was the shocking discovery inside of one of Puff Daddy's homes after a federal search warrant was executed against him.
Yeah, that's let me know your thoughts. It's just 1,000 bottles of lube. That's just crazy. He must love them slip and slides.
And all of that lube? Well, it was meant to be used by some of your favorite celebrities in what Diddy called freak-off parties. Try to picture 1,000 bottles of lubricant. Odds are you're not picturing enough. At 12 fluid ounces each, Diddy's freak-out lube stash would be almost enough to completely fill a 100-gallon fish tank. So why did Diddy need enough lube to create a slip and slide that could stretch across the entire length of a movie theater?
Hey, yo.
From the lobby to the front screen. And we mean that literally. 1,000 12-ounce bottles equals about 93 gallons, which would let you cover a slip and slide 6 feet wide and around 630 feet long with 1 millimeter of personal lubricant, or a total surface area of almost 350 meters. At Diddy's movie theater, you could slide in the front door on a cushion of sex lube, whiz by the concession stand for your popcorn and soda, and then slide into your front row seats right by the big screen.
What?
And
they had the character slide from the start, and just to make it to put in how much lube he really has is like you literally could slide from the start to getting your popcorn all the way to the the viewing area.
Playing in Diddy's theater? Well, one of his personal home movies. But
Whoa.
more on that soon. First, let's talk about enough lube to drown an elephant seal. Americans buy in bulk, as we know, and there's a Costco right down the street. These are actual statements from P. Diddy's lawyer in response to the discovery of 1,000 bottles of lubricant and baby oil at Diddy's home. While it is true that Americans enjoy bargain shopping from big box stores, most Americans also don't need enough lubricant to fully insert a Minuteman intercontinental ballistic missile into a missile silo that is a little nervous because this is their first time.
Hey,
The
yo.
public discovery of Diddy's freak-off parties come alongside startling revelations from the numerous criminal cases against him. In 2023, Sean John Combs, aka P. Diddy, aka Diddy, aka Puff Daddy, aka Lube Daddy, aka P. Slip and Slide, aka Federal Defendant Number 1, saw his entire career unwind with allegations that he had abused and exploited former girlfriend Cassandra Ventura, also known as Cassie. He was 37 years old and she was just 19 when they first met, quickly making her financially and career dependent on him. At these freak-off parties, it's alleged that he forced Cassie to perform acts on others against her will. The case would be settled out of court without the terms of the settlement being publicly revealed. However, it's likely that this included a very large financial compensation. There's no word on compensation for Diddy blowing up Kid Cudi's car after he became enraged to discover that Cudi had been dating Cassie.
Wow. That's Diddy got some explaining to do. That shit's crazy. That is wild. Although, so hear me out. Would you party with Diddy for $50 million? That's all I'm saying. I know that's $50 million is a lot.
Given how much lube Diddy had on hand, getting his car blown up was the least of Cudi's worries. But Cassie's lawsuit was the tip of the iceberg, because Puff Daddy, aka Lube Master 3000, was already facing several other cases for exactly the same type of behavior. And front and center of these allegations were P. Baby Oil Diddy's freak-off parties, for both legal reasons and to protect their reputations. It has become incredibly difficult to get solid details on what exactly went on at these freak-off parties from those who attended.
LeBron James.
It doesn't take much imagination when there are literally 1,000 bottles of lube and baby oil involved.
LeBron.
Odds are, with that much lubricant to make things nice and slippery, Diddy and his guests were not hosting a chess club. Some leaks have emerged, though, painting a sordid picture of Combs' freak-off parties. Allegedly, they involved multi-day-long marathons of physical debauchery, with P. Diddy, aka Slip Daddy, flying in sex workers specifically for the events.
LeBron.
That particular allegation seems to have some basis in reality, as amongst the many charges Diddy seems unable to slip out of are related to sex trafficking across state lines,
Damn.
for which he is being prosecuted under the infamous Mann Act. Allegedly, Diddy's flesh fests would begin after his famous white parties, which would attract major celebrities such as Leonardo DiCaprio and Mariah Carey.
Damn.
However, after the A-listers left, Diddy would put on a completely different show for a select group of friends. Michael Kaplan of the New York Post, who broke details on freak-offs, reported that Diddy would lure in women whom he was personally managing or had met at various adult clubs, along with sex workers, using either drugs, money, or power over.
Yeah, he does have all of them, and you know, if the women want the money, then they're gonna do what they're gonna do. Unfortunately, and it's unfortunate it happens, you know. But Cat Williams, he warned everybody. So
over their career, Diddy forced the women to participate. Afterwards, to ensure their silence, he would use video footage taken at the events
to blackmail
as
them?
blackmail
Yeah.
leverage, or simply threaten to ruin their career. But freak-offs had other surprises of their own. According to a well-placed drug dealer who was invited to one of these events, male rappers would engage in acts with each other as well, including some very high-profile and well-known talent whose names have not come to the spotlight yet. However, for any fan of the Boondocks, this type of behavior has long been an open secret amongst the hip-hop community. Heavy security would ensure complete privacy, and only people personally invited by Combs were allowed to enter. Threats of violence, drug addiction, and blackmail were all used to ensure complete secrecy, as well as a healthy amount of payouts for at least some individuals, such as Cassie.
whoa. Yes, it's crazy. There's a fine line, and I'm sure you'll have your moral values and beliefs, but would you sell your soul for a large amount of money? That's something crazy to think about. So
Even if guests wanted to leave, the sheer amount of personal lubricant flooding the party space would have made that difficult.
Hey, yo.
There's also been no publicly released footage or any photos from any of these freak-off parties.
Not yet.
Though low-effort media has been using old clips or photos.
whoa. Okay. They're definitely they're chilling
From legitimate
They're slipping.
white
They're
parties
slipping,
that
sliding.
Diddy hosted in their place as clickbait.
On each other.
Allegations that celebrities like Kevin Hart, Leonardo DiCaprio, or Beyonce attended these parties are unproven and rely entirely on photos and videos of them at known white parties. Combs is, at the time of writing, behind bars at the Metropolitan Detention Center after being labeled a flight risk, as federal raids against his U.S.
Damn, he got labeled as a flight risk. Oh wow, that's crazy. But him being in the same cell as the FTX crypto bankruptcy co-founder or founder, I should say, Sam Bankman-Fried, SBF. That's a high-profile cell.
U.S. homes were being carried out back in March. Diddy had taken his private plane to Antigua in the Caribbean. Thinking the situation over, he decided to return and was subsequently denied bail requests. Commenting on the discovery of 1,000 bottles of lubricant in one of his homes, Diddy, through his lawyer, wanted it to be clear that the presence of over 90 gallons of lube and baby oil was not, quote, as nefarious as it seemed. Because who doesn't have a commercial-sized aquarium's worth of personal lubricant for various needs in their home? Sean Slippery Combs is facing some serious jail time for the charges against him, even as the details of freak-off parties remain tightly under wraps by federal prosecutors. At a minimum, Combs faces 15 years in prison, though it's possible he could spend the rest of his life
God
in prison
damn.
if the federal sex trafficking charges are proven,
That's
along
true.
with a $250,000 fine.
As he should.
The real question is, how do federal authorities hope to keep a man behind bars who has spent so much of his life steeped in gallons and gallons of personal lubricant now slip into this video? The wealthy elite that
Yeah, that's pretty crazy. That video, this right here, that looks mad wild. It looks like Diddy's his intrusive and inner thoughts personified on the outside. You know, like who needs 90 gallons up to almost 100 gallons of lube? Sure, you might be freaky. Hey, if you Diddy, if you want to free Diddy, go ahead. You know, like Sam Bankman-Fried, Diddy, probably Epstein's in there. Epstein's somewhere. That's all I'm saying. I don't think he killed himself. There's no way. Like all these rumors and how do you say, these high-profile guys, people at the top, essentially like top as in like power and money. You know, they got, and even like high-profile connections. They keep a close circle with each other, and I'm sure it'll come to light. Thank you, Cat Williams. Maybe LeBron's next. I don't follow basketball like that, but hey, if anyone that goes to that Diddy party, hey, is like he's facing minimum of 15 years in prison, just minimum. And if he gets convicted on other charges, it'd be going there to like prison for life. And who knows? I mean, he wanted a Diddy party, and he can have one in his cell, and he'll probably host one for whichever prison that he's gonna be staying if he does get convicted. Yeah, I don't know any other reason. I'm not sure if you guys know, but not sure if I can't think of any other reason why you would need almost a whole 100 gallons worth of lube. You know, and maybe he hosts some crazy slip and slide parties. Pause. But obviously, from the video, yeah, it's engaging in like illegal sex trafficking activities, and he's been getting the full burn of it because he is a high profile star, if you will, and it just looks. You have him saying to his lawyer, "Hey, let the public know, let them know, like my lube is it's not what it seems." So that's just, I think that's just crazy. Diddle the diddle. But I will say this: if you had to choose between freeing R. Kelly or freeing Diddy, think about it. Who makes better music? R. Kelly. That's all I'm saying. I'm freeing R. Kelly. So hey, if you don't know, now you know. And I'm sure there's a whole rabbit hole of things that are gonna come to light, and it should be. Hopefully, whoever's involved and like as the victim gets whatever justice from this, not just a payout, but just like justice, but the right people behind bars, etc., etc. So, let me know your thoughts on this video. I'll leave you guys for another day, and I am out.